45 seconds.
So I'm gonna start doing my ASMR podcast.
They gotta have you mute.
It's 5 minutes of me just into the microphone. It's called the 5-minute ASMR podcast.
Hello everyone and welcome back to our talk show. Josh, Adam, and DJ here. So last week, no one answered our questions to our questions.
They didn't care.
They didn't care.
Nobody gave a shit.
No one gave a shit.
No one cared. It's cool that no one cared. I like that.
I like that.
You guys answered it in your hearts, and that's all that matters to us.
You thought about it, answered it, and was like, it's too much to type.
And we appreciate that. We appreciate it.
So today we're just going to do one question. Today's question today is, what movie title describes your life?
I was thinking Mystery Men.
Mystery Men?
Yeah. I'd totally be the fourth throne guy.
Can I be Dane Cook, the waffler? You know what Smash Bros. Music video?
Maybe the dude who gets angry.
No, it's the invisible guy when no one's looking. Who kind of looks like Cisco?
Keenan.
I was about to make a joke, and I'm glad I didn't.
So what, did you figure out what movie title you would be? You said Sex Drive?
Besides Sex Drive.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Good burger.
Good burger. Shout out to our.
You know what mine was?
segment.
Super Size Me.
I think mine was too.
Or I picked Losers. It had Chris Evans in it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
It also
He did this in the elevator?
Jason
Yep.
Biggs is the lead in that movie. That movie is so
Oh,
awkward.
that's a different Loser one. This
Yeah,
Loser.
you're right. There's two
The-
different ones.
Are we supposed to move on to this week's charity then? Or?
Mine's The Godfather.
The Godfather. That's just because you can see the picture.
What was it? What was that one from the 80s? Three guys and a baby or whatever?
Yeah.
Divorce.
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Return of Jafar.
I totally see myself as the genie.
So now we're going to move on to the segment that we like to do here, which is shout out a certain charity every week. And DJ will take the mic.
So this week's charity is the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption. And what they do is they work with the older children as opposed to the younger ones, because the younger ones get adopted quickly and easily. Everybody wants the babies, nobody wants the teenagers.
What?
I saw that in Instant Family.
Right, but teenagers, they though it may only be a few more years before they're able to be on their own or whatever, they still need the help and love too. So it's a pretty cool foundation, and my wife actually picked it out.
Yes, she did. You can find a link below in our YouTube video, and you can find a link in our description video on our live from Facebook.
Link below, as the YouTubers say.
Right, because no offense, we can get paid later. These charities need help now. So,
especially in the crisis that we're going through.
Right.
So moving on to one of our favorite segments called Viral News. That's when we read news headlines and criticize them. So our first news headline is NBA player in hot water for visiting strip club. LA Clippers guard Lou Williams was photographed at Magic City strip club.
Yes, Jack Harlow, the rapper, Snapchatted or Instagram picture put up on Instagram him with Lou Williams in Magic City.
He was getting food.
See, I just think this is apparently the wings are very, very good.
Well, DJ, he left the thing in Orlando.
Right.
What is it?
But
the
how
bubble.
are you
But he was already quarantined.
How are you supposed to meet your wifey if you can't go to the strip club?
He told them that he was going to a funeral and they let him go from the bubble because they're all quarantined in the bubble.
From what I hear, he was getting food either after or before going to the funeral or the end of the funeral.
Maybe the funeral was at the strip club.
I think he went to the funeral. The funeral was over, and then he went to the strip club to get the wings and the food that he was getting. He even has a wing named after him at the strip club called the Lou Will.
So it's promotion.
So he knows but the food is good, and he wanted the food. Say what you will about the person if you don't like strip clubs,
But the food
he
is
didn't
great.
lie to the NBA. He went to the funeral, and then after the funeral, he went there. Now, granted, for doing said thing, he's got to quarantine for 10 days. He's going to miss 2 games, so it is a little bit irresponsible to go to said strip club. He could have done DoorDash, because I believe they're on DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever it is.
To the
They were.
hotel. To the hotel.
To the hotel he was at. I understand he could have done that and been more responsible, but you know, he didn't.
Listen,
So
sometimes you just
And
need
it
to
costs
see
a lot
some-
of money.
apparently you need to see some.
Especially after a funeral.
After a funeral, you want to see some
Right,
movies,
you know,
get some
like,
good
that's
food.
all I want to do after a funeral. I was like, man, I want to see some titties now. Like,
It's a game changer.
It's what he
Game
wanted
changer.
to.
All right, moving on to our next headline. Florida man, because we're from Florida, charged with pulling a gun during a mass dispute at Walmart.
see, to me, this is interesting,
Why is that?
right? Because the way that it was chosen to battle coronavirus was with a gun.
Well, America.
America. Right? This is.
I mean-
this is-
Well, we got people pissing in Verizon stores. Now we got guns pulled on over masks.
Like
That one guy from Costco took the guy's cart. It was all over the Now This page.
And you know, it was one of those guys who's like, "Oh, I'd rather have it, not need it, not have it." Well, here's the thing, right? If the other guy's unarmed and you pull it, that just makes you a bitch. Okay,
That's true.
right? God gave you these. Learn to use them. All right. I don't need no damn gun. Can you imagine being 6'7" and still needing a fucking gun? That just seems like that's like a bear with an AK-47 strapped to his back. That just
Hey,
doesn't make
that
no
was
fucking
in World
sense.
War II.
Right, like
It doesn't make no damn
if
sense.
I saw a polar bear with 2 broadswords strapped to his back, I'd be like, why does the polar bear need 2 broadswords? He's a polar bear.
He's not. He's carrying it for a 6'7" human that rides him because this is fucking Viking times, and that's what I need for protect. I mean, if you saw me riding a fucking polar bear with 2 giant
I
great
wish-
swords,
I'm
are you
done.
gonna walk
I'm
up
done.
and say shit
Nope,
to me?
I'm done.
You gotta reel it back. You can't reveal too much of the movie I'm trying to write.
Or just like
All right.
Thunderfuck and his rider.
This guy over here
Lord
trying.
Demon.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the whole plot. Don't steal it or anything from him, but here's the whole plot.
Our next headline is again about Walmart. Walmart now requires all shoppers to wear some kind of undergarments or like pants, shorts,
Listen,
or something.
This is un-American.
That's what the guy said.
If I want to swing my dick around Walmart, I should be allowed.
Freedom!
You're allowed to skinny run or.
There's reasons why
Zip run
motherfuckers
across.
go to Walmart for like certain things and get the shit out of there. It is not cool to be in that motherfucker for very long and having to see some ugly fat creature from the Black Lagoon wearing way too little clothing bending the fuck over to get some fucking shit off the bottom shelf and then letting that nasty ass fart as you walk down the aisle just trying to get some Dorito chips and some old ass grandma wearing a diaper thong is sitting there bent the fuck over. No man, this is nice. Walmart recognizes that there's been Reddit threads.
He have his mask on with no
But,
pants.
right, you know, there's
He
people,
did.
He did.
there's people with masks on but no pants. Like pants.
You're worried about
shorts.
people coughing on food. This guy's dragging his balls across the meat. Like here,
Listen, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I don't feel fine.
Even worse for our next
oh
headline.
man, wish we could use that meat. It's the end of the world.
Don't say too much of it,
Oh,
we're gonna get demonetized. Even though we
Throw
make
the
no
fuck
money.
off. Can't do that.
Well, we don't want to get demonetized with the 30 cents we make.
All right, our next
How do you
headline.
top no pants in Walmart? Go ahead, try.
This next headline made me angry because of the world we live in.
I'm angry because we didn't think of it.
So here's the thing. Residents sue Palm Beach County over a facial covering order. Now this made me so angry when I saw the footage because how dare them have the right to say the things they said. One woman said it's my constitutional right and you can't tell me I have to wear a mask. I need fresh air. And I was like, go out back of your house.
Fresh air. The point's you're not getting fresh air. That's why they want you to wear the mask.
We're in a pandemic.
No. Hold
This is a human problem.
Yeah.
Okay? It doesn't discriminate
And
at all.
We're getting the same arguments though we got from the flu.
No.
When it came
If I can
around.
tell you to wear a seatbelt, if I can tell you to wear clothes, and if I can in World War II go to jail or go to war, the government sure the fuck can tell you to wear a goddamn mask when you're in a public place.
Right.
And you can't say it's discriminating, because I'm sure that people who fought for our rights back in the day didn't fight for this. That's not what we fought for. In my opinion, Americans have too many rights.
It's not like they're picking and choosing who's allowed to wear masks.
The problem is the lack of education. And
science is wrong.
And it's the
Florida school system.
We're rewarding idiots. People are allowed to do that whole conspiracy theory thing and try to spew it as facts right now, and everyone says, yeah, he's right, even though there's no science, there's no evidence behind it. He gets a lot of people that echo. It's an echo chamber. It's just somebody saying something stupid, and then everybody agrees with that stupid sentiment, and then they roll with it, and then certain people start spewing it as fact, even though it's not fact. And it's the same thing with masks, and it's just this weird, it reminds me of old religious cults where they're like, yes, there's this crazy monster that lives in my brain, and he tells me that if I don't kill 3 people a day, I'm gonna go to hell.
914.
And it's schizophrenia, it's mental illness. These people have mental illness. Nobody's telling you to wear a mask in your home, even though you're trying to tell people they are. That's not what they're saying. They're saying it recommended if you live with a bunch of people. It's probably a good idea to wear a mask if you live with a bunch of people in your home so you don't spread the virus in your home and then leave your home to go in public and then spread it some more.
How will I masturbate? This mask makes my breathing heavy.
Right, it's so insane. You guys are taking things that are not being said and making it seem like it's they're forcing you to wear a mask 24/7 even when you sleep, when it's just when you're in public around other people.
Yes.
So I don't get fucking sick or get my son sick who's immunocompromised because he has an autoimmune disease problem, or go see some elderly family member or somebody who has cancer or somebody who's diabetic or somebody who just can't fucking function in life because they have bad luck and they just get any kind of illness that goes around. But no, fuck all those people, because you need to go to Target without a mask.
And
an actual disease.
What the lawyers said to the judge made me very angry, because they want to use loopholes in their fucking justice system, saying that it's against our constitutional right to force people to wear masks. And then they said the right to refuse medical service is in the Constitution or some kind of thing like that, and that wearing a mask is going against that, which is the dumbest shit I've heard.
No, it's
because we're trying to save lives.
All these people are these people that when they were kids, their parents were like, hey, don't sniff glue. Don't take the bleach under the cabinet. And then they went and, these are the kids that went and drank bleach. And they're like, Mom said don't do it. It's got to be great.
It's the bleach.
Sitting there chugging bleach and shit. You're the kid that made us have to go get those little clips on cabinets and shit to not be able to open them. So when I need to go get something under them cabinets, my stoned ass can't open the friggin' cabinet door because of the hook. So I can't get chips at 3 a.m. and
some
it's bullshit.
Some of the door ones are hard to fucking open for adults.
Even some adults can't do it.
Alright, enough of that. We're getting all worked up. Moving on to our next topic.
It's funny to rant.
I know. Joe Rogan, podcaster, says that playing video games is a waste of time.
Well, you're a waste of time. No. Look.
I just know a lot of big video games.
They were really upset about this.
Yeah. Right. Philip DeFranco said it best. He went and he said he watched the entire podcast, and he said that he's both right and wrong. He is right that they can be a waste of time. But he's wrong in the fact that people don't make a living off of it. Joe's example was you can go and do jiu-jitsu. If you do jiu-jitsu and you get really good doing jiu-jitsu for 3 years, you can eventually start charging people to teach them jiu-jitsu. You become really good at it.
Tournament.
And then you can start doing the school. And then you open up a school and you get 100 students and they're paying you X amount of dollars a month. And then the next thing you know, you're able to buy a Mercedes and a nice house. And it's like, Joe, a 14-year-old got into a Fortnite competition and won $1 million. One day, $1 million. Do you get $1 million in one day teaching jiu-jitsu? Not unless you're a big-time jiu-jitsu guy who's got a bunch of awards and have been doing it for years, and you can train an actor who's going to pay you $1 million to make him cool on screen. But not some Tom, Joe, Dick, and Harry guy in the middle of friggin' Palm Beach County or Lubbock, Texas, or anywhere else. He's not going to just start and get that living. He's not going to get that backing. And he's going to need to get a loan for the building to teach those kids, because nobody's going to want to show up to your apartment building to learn jiu-jitsu. It seems kind of serial killer-ish, Joe. So you know what you can do at home? Set up a cheap-ass camera and film yourself reacting to yourself playing a horror game, and you freak out and you get all scared, and people laugh at you. Or they go, hey, that reminds me of me. And then next thing you know, YouTube is paying you sponsors, or you get sponsors, or YouTube is paying you per view or per like or whatever it is, and then you start making money off that, and the next thing you know, you can afford a nice apartment, not in a shitty home, and then your lights aren't getting turned off because your fucking shitty job doesn't pay you enough to pay rent, lights, buy food, and have a car, pay that car payment, the car insurance, put gas in that car, and then pay for the freaking flat tire you're gonna get when you run over a fork.
Breathe.
So DJ, what do you think about all this?
Well, I was gonna say some of the stuff he said, but he wouldn't shut up so I could say it. Right, I was gonna talk about
more on Adam Rant.
Right. I was gonna interject a little bit, but he got into it, so we just let him go.
And now moving on to trying the wife's cooking.
He had it last night, so
yeah, I already tried it. You're trying Filipino noodles with chicken.
That's how dedicated we are, because we filmed last night and don't spill it over yourself.
That's how dedicated we are. We filmed without your knowledge last night.
He gets so
not that. We filmed the other
I thought about calling you and seeing if you wanted to drive over and do some stuff, but I was like, nah, his wife and things.
There's wife and things.
You know. Well, you got a kid, I don't got a kid. You know, Josh got nothing.
I have nothing.
It's like a Filipino stir fry.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because I smelt it last night when she cooked it.
Chicken.
No, but I'm asking if you're gonna eat that other piece, because if not, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, that's
really
yes, exactly what it reminded me.
Really
You said
good.
it right. My dad used to cook this, and when she was cooking it last night, I had like a flashback. I was like, why does that smell familiar? And then they told me what it was. But yeah, my dad used to
100%.
make Filipino stir fry. That's basically what it is.
And it's not like salty.
No.
I hate when certain like Chinese food, it comes out really like heavy sodium.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna die after this.
My wife is actually really amazing with spice control.
Yeah.
Right? She makes sure the spice is there.
Jessica's so good at getting the right amount of salt for me. I hate over salting, and she gets it almost like when she makes steak and chicken for me, she always salts it the way I would have done it personally, which is really difficult to do. If you cook yourself, somebody to duplicate how you like it it's really cool. I couldn't make her steak though. She would be like, what is this shit?
I'm not that good of a cook, and he can't cook without a microwave.
That's correct.
So
unless it's breakfast. I can make you some mean breakfast.
Yeah,
but that's all we got for
I don't know how this guy's alive, but moving on.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut it off here, and then.
But you give it a thumbs up, Adam?
I guess come.
Enthusiastic thumbs up, because
Kim, you did a great
like I
job
said,
once
the
again.
seasoning control is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't handle over salty stuff,
Or
and those
over hot.
dishes are always full of sodium. That's amazing.
And you're right. It was a good hint of salt, not so much like.
Right. Because
like all I taste is salt.
No, it was very
salt is
good.
like an addictive thing. People love the salty stuff.
And now a word from our sponsor. Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. Exciting news this week. We launched a new playlist called Off Topic Sports. So if you're a fan of sports and want to hear Adam talk about the different things going on in the sports world, then just subscribe. Comes out every Wednesday at 9 a.m. I hope to see you. Hello everyone, welcome back. Everyone on Facebook, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again.
So what are we talking about today, Adam? Actually, you know what? I know what I want to talk about. Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to give 5 teenagers with attitude superpowers to save the world? Like, I just don't think
I feel like it's really irresponsible. Like, could they get like army men or something?
Like, I feel like if the world was in danger.
I feel like that seems to be the recurring theme. It's always like something's happening.
Teen Wolf, all the teenagers have
Teenagers. I don't think.
But why do they have to have attitude? Why Zordon seems really irresponsible.
He really does.
To make kids Power Rangers. Go, by the way, guys, no pressure. But the Evil Queen on the Moon's coming to town.
In his defense, they were 20-something-year-olds.
And it got worse than Turbo.
They were not.
Now they're all grown up, so they endanger that other little kid because he blackmailed them. Because he's like, I know you guys are Power Rangers, so you better make me one.
Don't you think we should have brought up the fact that there was a missing power
coin the entire time?
Shout out to Bulk and Skull.
Who was the longest casting members?
For being on there for so long. Like, it got weird after they were graduated, because why are they...
In the comics, they actually became Power Rangers. And they saved them. And so did the Ninja Turtles.
Bulk and Skull Rangers.
Yo.
Alright.
That's enough off topic.
What are we really talking about today?
Alright, the first thing we can talk about is Comic-Con at home.
Yes, the National Comic Con happened this year.
Yeah, we did it. They did it at home. Did a Zoom call for different panels, different Zoom call setups. I saw some of Solar Opposites from
The creators.
The creators of them, Justin Roiland, the guy who did Rick and Morty, his new show on Hulu, Solar Opposites. I saw their panel. They were talking about the next season, what they want to do. I'm really looking forward to that. Not only looking forward to that, but also looking forward to what Rick and Morty was talking about. They were showing the outline where it's like the white paper and it's got just the outline of the characters moving.
Oh, the storyboard.
The storyboard moving. I couldn't think of storyboard. They got the storyboard live action where they were moving, and then they also had the voiceovers that were there.
Nice.
And then they had some of the story. It looks like Morty's saving Rick. But it's a cold open, so you don't know what's happening.
You know, I have the problem. I have good things and bad things. The bad thing is all these people in filmmaking couldn't get a decent fucking webcam or microphone, right?
Yeah.
Except for the people who do podcasts or gaming.
Yeah.
They had, like Kevin Smith, they had the perfect setup.
Yeah.
Secondly, I believe in the time of crisis that we're facing right now, knowing we've had these tools all along, I'm glad how fast we adapted to using said technology.
Oh yeah, it's
to
amazing.
adapt quickly, because this happened in March and Comic-Con's like, well, it's in July, and so one of the largest events in San Diego.
For
security alone for Comic-Con's $1 million for 3 days.
Right, think of all the security people didn't get paid.
Well, that happened too, but they still found a way to, I guess, appease the fans.
Yeah.
Because I saw a Constantine panel with
a please?
A please the fans.
Appease?
Appease.
It's a peas, right?
It's a piece.
Not in Josh's vocabulary.
Not Josh's.
But
a please.
Like now, these celebrities have nothing to do. If you watch, what's his name, Josh from after Josh Gallett or something like that. From he played in Frozen. He played in 21. He was the voice of Olaf.
They're not really adapting into our world.
Oh, Josh Gad.
Yeah, and he's bringing a lot of reunions, like he did Back to the Future. He did some other things, but now the celebrities aren't doing anything because of Corona.
Yeah,
and they can stay home to do video conferences.
Do you know what my big problem with like the video conferences and like even what we do, the live and stuff like that?
It looks like this is when you're a celebrity.
Well, besides for all this, all the equipment, all that type of stuff, it's like the comments and stuff come in late.
Yeah, it's like a 7
right. So then people are like, oh, why isn't he answering my comment or whatever? And it's simply because we didn't get it until
too late,
and it's like we're not even talking about it
until 1,000 people commenting at once.
Right. We don't have 1,000 people commenting at once.
No, we get like 4 people. We'll get like 4 people. One guy will be like, "What are you doing? I don't understand you millennials," and then he leaves. And we'll get a couple of friends.
I miss that guy. I hope he stops in this.
I do.
He will. He'll see it. He'll see it live. And he'll get mad.
He's my favorite guy. I'd be like, fat guy in a blue shirt. You must be a blueberry. Like, just.
Bro, when you're a 30-year-old divorcee, you're gonna come up with some pretty lame jokes. I assume. That's probably why he's divorced. He wasn't fucking funny.
You gotta be careful with Adam, right? Because if you talk shit, he will.
He'll retaliate. He has no problem.
He will find
bashing your ass,
and he will find.
And he will assume the best or worst about it. And create a whole backstory for you that probably is not
First
true.
of all, it looks like Good Burger is in its 23rd anniversary. It's an iconic movie for us millennials. I know it hurts some of you old people's faces, like if any of you are watching this. But I know old people get hurt when we celebrate things that we love as millennials. But Good Burger is a fantastic feature. My God, what a spectacular piece
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Yeah, like Nickelodeon has made several pieces of crap. This is not one of them. This is oh man.
But 23 years.
Such a good movie.
Wow.
Mondo Burger, like if something doesn't represent McDonald's in a movie, I don't know what does.
The CGI aged well in that movie.
Yeah. I love
that. Reminds me
the
of
big burgers they made. It was so simple.
Kevin Smith had a pop-up movie, Mosby's. They're from the Dogma and the Clerks 2.
Yeah.
They had a pop-up thing in LA.
Next thing is a sad thing we talk about. Legendary TV host and game show host Regis Philbin has passed away.
The morning show.
It says
Regis and Kelly.
Regis
and Kathy.
It said he was natural causes was the cause of death.
88, yeah.
88.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like Dick Clark.
Whenever somebody passes away, 80, 90, 100 years old, I always think about like what time it is. and then you go back their years and try to start and think about all the stuff that they've seen.
He went through World War II.
I mean,
and sliced bread. He was born in 1930 something.
Loss is always fucking tragic.
My grandfather was born in 1920.
Same thing happened with Stanley when he passed. He lived through all that too.
Yeah, Stanley.
Like he saw World War II. He saw the creation of the internet, the creation of
no matter what age,
the color TV,
no matter young or old, it's always hard to lose somebody.
It is, but he lived a life. Like he got to witness all that stuff that's just made us evolve.
And remembering them is the best way to.
Scientists say that the first man to live 150 years has already been born. I believe.
Oh wow!
Man.
That's insane.
Shout out to Parks and Rec.
That was from some lighter news, not so dark. Apparently, the New York Times just confirmed aliens are real.
Apparently, from what I've read, that there is a vehicle that is not of this world that the Pentagon has artifacts or information or stuff of, which is really cool for them to come out and say this sort of thing. I'm not sure when they discovered this vehicle. I'm not sure if this is them saying we have a vehicle from the 40s from what you guys believe to be the first landing here, or is this from like 2018, last year, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it last night?
It says
more information.
Well, it says aliens could be real, and the U.S. government has been conducting classified briefings about things left behind of off-board vehicles. And then earlier this year, the Pentagon released the unidentified object video during the pandemic because nothing scarier than a coronavirus, which shows aliens are here.
Right, like we're sitting here going through like complete world devastation between the fucking pandemic, the economic collapse, the political unease, and all this, the
U.S. shutting, the world shutting down.
21.
Like just so many different things going on at one time in the last 6 months. Tom Brady going to Tampa. There's so many things.
Tom Brady going to Tampa.
There's so many. He has coronavirus. Actually, he just confirmed. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 100%, but from what
was
I'm
it from walking at lady's house?
Apparently, just walking around with no mask. Tom Brady doesn't believe in corona. I guess I don't know. You didn't hear that here first, though.
He thought his helmet would be enough.
Yeah, but
it's a switching jersey thing.
Right, and now that.
But now that apparently everything's cool, like it's 2020, aliens are real, guys.
Yeah, I feel like it's just one of those things where the Pentagon's like, hey man, now would be the time to say
how do we get content?
Like,
no one's caring about
nobody's
the Pentagon.
Gonna give two craps if we're just like, yo, aliens are actually real. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're dealing with all this other crap. Aliens too, like go.
So we got Elon Musk going in a spaceship.
Everyone's
racing to Mars.
Comes down and decides 5 teenagers are going to save the world.
After he waited 10,000 years.
Right. Like,
after he waited 10,000 years to bother to tell anybody about a problem.
The last thing I want to see is 5 teenagers step up to the plate if an alien shows up. I would be so like, yeah, we're screwed. See those 5? Yeah, we're screwed.
Guys, we got this.
They're the last.
No.
If it was 1997,
maybe.
I'm like,
you
go 5 teens.
Every
we're gonna win this
movie.
one. But not right now.
I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I wouldn't send.
And then I forgot to put it last week. All the countries are racing to Mars for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get off this fucked planet.
It may confirm the whole alien thing, huh?
Now, I may be wrong, but wasn't about 10 years ago, didn't NASA already send a rover to Mars?
No, but they're sending like...
No.
Oh, it had its birthday. It sings to itself.
Right. But what I'm saying is...
I've never related harder to something.
NASA already sent a rover to Mars.
And Wolowitz fucked it up.
A long time ago.
And Wolowitz fucked it up on Big Bang Theory.
No, it's I'm talking about in real life, friend.
Yeah, I think they lost transmission.
They lost it. But now it's like, race to Mars. Well, we did it fucking 10,
but now
years
they're
ago.
sending people.
They're not
people or they're sending another rover?
You know how long it takes to get to Mars?
I think DJ's more concerned with the actual racing to Mars than he is the fact that...
Because China went first, and then America and then Russia.
It doesn't, none of it matters. None of it matters anymore. You know what I mean? We went to Mars.
Unless you tell
so the moon is not a hologram?
No, the moon's a hologram. No,
okay.
Listen.
Nobody's been to the moon since
the 90s. The 60s was a lie. Look, there's wind.
But there's nothing.
That's hilarious.
They always say there's nothing there. Why go back?
You guys can check 7-minute reviews.
And I don't ever.
Off topic sports.
Look at him plugging his own thing on his own thing.
Right. Come on.
What's gonna happen? Are we gonna get banned on TikTok?
Speaking of TikTok,
TikTok, yeah.
apparently TikTok user fakes airplane crash and has to apologize. A realistic plane crash sound has become popular to use on TikTok to gain likes and followers by pretending that you are in dangerous situations, like 5 teenagers trying to save the world. A TikToker had to apologize for
How
posting her
low do
video.
people have to sink on this terrible
Well,
app?
first they looked at toilet seat, and now
I just don't understand why I'd have to apologize.
you.
Right?
What do you mean?
Okay, I faked a plane crash.
Prank.
Right? Right? Yep. I faked a plane crash.
Yeah.
Hold on. I faked a plane crash. Movies do that shit all the time. Does the movie go, oh, we're sorry we made this scene? No, the fuck they don't. Okay, nobody died.
Yeah,
The plane crash wasn't real. Why am I apologizing for it?
that's valid.
Did I have a bunch of, did I cut in a bunch of celebrities and then later on claim that they were all dead and start a big lie that Morgan Freeman was gone? No, I didn't.
I feel like he's apologizing for faking a plane
It was a
crash.
girl. I think it was a lady.
To gain clout and fame.
Yeah, dangerous situation.
When you're putting yourself in a pretend dangerous situation for clout and fame.
What? Okay, so we're gonna sue Nicolas Cage because he was.
Yeah, but they're
fucking
trying to make
shot
it
at
believe it's a real plane crash when you know in a movie it's
What's that?
fake.
You know, in a movie, because it's a movie, it's fake. Okay, because and if it's like, oh, this was a documentary series, you're like, oh, it's supposed to be real, right? I'm just saying, like when they document World War II, right?
It also has a warning label that says based on dramatic situation or whatever.
So he's in trouble for not making a
I would want
He's
you to
in trouble for going,
apologize.
hey, what I'm about to show you is fake, but wouldn't this be cool?
Wouldn't this be cool?
I would want you to apologize for not being creative.
So guys, according to DJ, you don't have to apologize for faking
I think
plane
you should
crash for
apologize
clout.
for being on TikTok to begin with. A terrible
I
app.
was on TikTok.
Oh.
I am sorry, Facebook users and YouTube fans, that I was on TikTok. But I use it for promotion.
Promotional purposes.
Way to go,
People
spell
are
check.
Really not
It's
trying.
2020, like your computer tells you if it's spelled wrong.
coronaviruses.
Apparently, conspiracy theories have taken over Twitter this week.
Apparently.
Some of the examples are the Bermuda Triangle is a portal to another dimension. Hashtag conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's apparently the same portal that Bigfoot uses to go to and from.
And Mark Zuckerberg was an alien or a robot? Maybe both.
He's not an alien or a robot. He's not a human being that people need to be concerned with.
This one's for DJ. The 2020 Cats movie was a cause of the coronavirus.
I believe it.
I 100% believe it. That was the worst movie. And as Ricky Gervais says, it was for a chance for everybody to see
Don't do it.
that James Gordon was a fat pussy.
He did it. He went there.
You know,
And my favorite one, birds aren't real.
But we don't know, but how do you know if they are real?
my
honestly?
ducks are real. Okay.
Are they
They're
though?
all security cameras.
No.
But you don't understand.
They're cute. And
Did you see the
adorable
one due
and
to the
ducks.
Russian guy? He saluted him?
Right,
Is
and
that
then
our Facebook mic here?
They're both in face mics, yes.
yeah.
At least they couldn't hear us.
You ever
How
seen
can they
Alex
not
Jones?
hear? You're both right in them. How can they not?
I don't know. This is
Maybe they can't hear
a
me.
condenser mic.
We're gonna do ASMR now.
My breathing is bad.
You need to lose your mic privileges because you're bad about grabbing it.
Okay, we can do what Legion of Skanks did. They have 3 people that are on their podcast, and they're doing a thing where they have their fans vote for the president of Skanks. And one of the
Jesus.
things that you're allowed to do as president.
This is not.
And we have to do a
that's not-
campaign.
That's
We'll
not
each do
something
our
you
own
want to
campaign.
do.
We'll do our
That's
own
not
campaign.
what you want to
And
do.
then the winner gets to cut off one of the person's mics for 2 minutes.
I'm a very.
I can do it
likable
right now,
person.
actually.
You need to be careful.
Right, and you feel like you can win, so you have no problem.
I do have a problem because morally that's not nice.
Winning?
No, cutting you both off all the damn time.
Well, I mean, if
Are we really
going to
start a campaign
We should.
If it was a smart,
should.
you'd win.
We-
You're the smartest in the room.
Oh, look at
I'm
him!
second smart.
Look at him pander to me because
Adam has structure.
he thinks I'm hurt because he thinks
You
he's
have
He's gonna be like, look at this. I have footage of
You have to pamper
DJ
the
not
ego.
spelling. He can't be the president.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I can't spell. Damn it! Can't be. That is. True.
DJ, you're in charge of the. Oh, we have a new subscriber.
If I'm the
Thank
president,
you, dog meat.
If I'm the president, do I need to spell?
Neither one of us. DJ,
I want you to do the teleprompter. Like, what the fuck is he writing?
Technically, me and DJ aren't old enough to be president. You have to be at least 35.
So Josh automatically wins.
Oh god,
So
Josh,
by
you could be
default,
president.
yeah.
I'm 35.
By
That's a
default.
scary thing in the world.
First thing we're doing, getting teenagers with attitude.
We gotta get 5 teams of attitude to protect the show at all
And
times.
if we're gonna go for the 90s, I'm gonna make the Indian the Red Ranger. I'm gonna make the.
Oh my god.
Nope, we can't do that anymore.
Oh god.
No, yeah.
And I'm gonna find an 11-year-old boy who blackmailed me to make him a Power Ranger, so he can actually drive too.
That-
And then they have insurance.
This has to happen.
a little
We have
kid.
to do this now.
Somehow we keep talking about Power Rangers.
Such an exciting show. To remind all viewers, the question of the week is, what movie title describes your life? So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Follow us on all of our social medias.
And make sure you hit your notification buttons so you get us every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Also, you get to see us live on Facebook on Tuesdays, and check out Josh's other channel.
7-minute review, which also features DJ doing movie reviews. And also on this channel, we have a different playlist called Off Topic Sports with Adam, where he tells you all your statistics and what's wrong with sports today.
What's wrong?
And he's really upset because there is no sports during 2020. And his favorite football player has corona.
Not right now. He's not a football player.
Also, don't forget our charity
On
of
a
the
different
week.
team, though.
And don't forget to look at our charities that we post every week and our links and on Facebook descriptions. See you guys next week.
Yeah.